Hello, how you doing? I'm going to talk to you about this, my prediction of Peach McIntyre. Now, this is not a prophecy. A prophecy has to come true for the most part. I'm talking about a prediction based on past and present behavior that I have observed. Uh, I don't watch her maybe less than a minute every 4 or 5 months. I just don't watch her that often. And of course, all that gossip about her comes across my feed. Okay. Um, My prediction is that she's going to have a massive stroke. Why? Because she lives a life of excesses, which I have seen before. She eats excessive food, excessive red meat, lobster and shrimp, which has a lot of cholesterol, excessive cheese, and she's feeding her children garbage. Okay. Vulgar dancing. With some of you black women who make these comments that she needs help and she need to do this, would y'all please tell her she don't have the shape or the body for that vulgar dancing? Would y'all please just be honest with her? Be real, okay? Thank you. It's excess cussing. I think that she will have a massive stroke. I think we'll put her in a nursing home because she's not gonna wipe her tail. Okay, not that big tail. Okay, and I think he'll probably give away some of the children. That's what I think will happen. Not only that, she gambles to excess. She makes money, she loses money. So she's constantly negative. She makes money, she loses money. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? Um, Now let me say this about an abuser. An abuser has selective memory. If I have abuser ABC and they had a dirty house when I was younger, and then did I tell the public, well, abuser ABC had a dirty house, and then the abuser ABC goes back on YouTube and say, I didn't have a dirty house, I kept a clean house. See, abusers have selective memory because they don't want to confront who they are. They don't want to confront who they used to be. So an abuser would say, I'm lying, because they have selective memory. It didn't happen. I'm just gonna put that out there, okay? Now, like I said, I the last three children, like I said, I don't normally talk about children, but the last three children, I do recommend that she give up for adoption. There are probably some nice parents that can give those children a good home so that they will have a fighting chance in life. And they'll thank her later because look, they don't have a fighting chance right now. Those last three look so unhealthy. They are not fat. They look stressed out. They don't smile. Um, I think the one of the twins had a seizure. I think that came from being shaken up in the womb when she was doing all that vulgar dancing while she was pregnant with the twins. Okay, doing all of that vulgar dancing, and so the baby's head is going up against the amniotic fluid, and the baby's head is also bumping the head of the other baby. So I think that's conjecture, but I don't know for sure. But there's one video of her feeding one of the twins some chocolate, I think a peanut butter cup. That should be enough to force Child Protective Services to take those children away. But she wouldn't be, if she lived in Appalachia, she wouldn't be able to get away with that, feeding the baby a chocolate peanut butter cup. Appalachia wouldn't let her get away with that. They would taking those babies. But she put that on video where she's feeding an infant a peanut butter cup. That should have that should make Child Protective Service take those infants away from her right now. I mean, I can't even eat chocolate. Chocolate gives me the worst headache imaginable. It just gives me the worst headache. And so I can just imagine. I don't even want to think about what it does to babies. See, the hospital should have released those children to respite care. They should not have released the children to her. They should have released the babies to respite care. Because that's what they should have done. And hopefully the baby will be adopted from respite care because she was in no condition spiritually, physically, mentally to care for any infants. And if Peach was to be honest with herself, if she was to look at that person in the mirror, she would tell herself the truth that she can't handle 9 children, that she's not a particularly good mother. She says she never wanted children. So what is she? She's just a female that has a lot of children that she don't want. And look, there are thousands of mothers like that. They just want the sex. They don't want the babies. They just want the sex. There's thousands of mothers like her in the past and the present. If Peach was to be honest with herself, that's what she would say. I really don't want any kids, so let me give them away. Definitely give the last three away. That's what my recommendation is. And more. Because she's just inept. She's just an inept mother. It's better to be a mother of few children and do a half decent job than to be a mother with many children and don't do a good job at all. Now that's wisdom from heaven. Okay, so that's what my prediction is of Peach. Have a nice day.